Welcome to Bias Bites, a multi-fandom K-pop podcast. I'm Morgan,
I'm Megan.
And I'm Tracy.
and today we're doing an in-depth review on BTS's newest release, Arirang.
If you enjoyed today's show, please rate, review, like the podcast. Really helps us out.
Also, we'd love to have you follow along on social media. Find us at Bias Bites Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
And now let's get into our BTS review. Before we get into the track list, do each of you just want to touch a little bit on your feelings of BTS, like how you came into listening to this album?
Megan, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I guess I'll go first. Hi, I'm Megan, and I am a Jimin bias, surprising absolutely no one. First BTS comeback for me was Dynamite count. I found I found BTS during COVID. It was one of those things where Dynamite came out, it blew up, it was everywhere. I couldn't escape it. I needed to know what the heck it was. Ended up watching the music video, and that opened up the door to the BTS cinematic universe, and I fell down the rabbit hole hard. I learned Jimin's adorable. I love his voice. He instantly became my bias because he's just a sweet little angel baby, and I adore him. Run BTS became literal crack for me to watch during COVID. Definitely when I needed a dopamine boost, it was like, I'm gonna put on an episode of Run BTS and watch these 7 men run around doing ridiculous things and being incredibly competitive. And from there, BTS then proceeded to open the doors to all the other K-pop groups I listened to. So I kind of have to thank BTS for opening the door to the world of K-pop for me.
Wait, so Dynamite was your first K-pop song that got you
Dynamite
into
was my
K-pop?
first dive into BTS because it was
I love
everywhere and I
that.
couldn't
I
get
didn't
away
know
from it.
that. That's so
Yeah,
fun.
it was COVID, it was Dynamite, and it was just no matter what radio station I had on, I could not escape it. So I was like, okay, okay, I will sit down and I will see who these guys are. And then I fell so hard down the rabbit hole. I think I watched like every music video in like the span of a few days. I was like, all right, I know their names now. I'm good. And then it's like, well, maybe I'll watch some of their variety content. It couldn't hurt. And then now here I am. All these many, many years later, fully into K-pop thanks to BTS opening the door.
All thanks to Dynamite. I love that.
All thanks to Dynamite being everywhere.
The Dynamite release, B, was my first actual comeback, as an army. In late 2019, I started working at my last job, and my manager, Darlene, is a huge BTS fan and is obsessed with Jungkook. And then we really got into them right before COVID. So then when COVID hit, that was my escape from everything, was the K-pop rabbit hole. But I love Dynamite. I think it's such a fun song. So it was a long time ago now though, but I've been really loving BTS, all thanks to Darlene, for 6 years.
And Morgan, tell our listeners who's your BTS bias.
Yeah, my BTS bias is Namjoon.
Do you have a BTS wrecker?
Yeah, definitely Yoongi. I saw him when he did his last tour that came to New York, and that really cemented his place as my wrecker. I love him.
I would say for me, Jin is definitely my wrecker, and it's because of the dad jokes.
Yeah,
Mr. Worldwide Handsome with those dad jokes.
he is the funniest member.
He really is. And the one I'm closest to in age. But,
Oh, that's so fun. All right, Tracy.
Pick on the new recruit here. Oh my gosh. I am brand new to BTS.
She's literally dipped her toes into BTS with this comeback, guys.
This is my first comeback. Morgan, you are so great about, and Megan as well. You guys are both really great about sending me playlists and being like, hey, check this out. And I'm really great at being like, no, I'll keep listening to the same 5 artists I've listened to for my entire life. So
Yep.
I've listened to a couple of the playlists that you guys sent over. I'm definitely more of a visual person. So watching the content, we watched some at Morgan's house the one time when they went, it was their first trip where they were kind of on their own and they had to figure out their money situation.
Bon Voyage.
Yes.
So the first Bon Voyage.
Oh my gosh. Was it Jimin's blue suitcase that he lost on the bus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That stuck with me. I can't remember any song names except for Dynamite. which
Dynamite.
Dynamite, Dynamite, which I've said in the past is not my favorite because I don't like Bruno Mars, and to me it just sounds like Bruno Mars, which isn't any shade to BTS themselves. It's just that song is not for me. But I
Okay.
did enjoy a lot of their rap heavy stuff that you sent over. Yeah,
I think it's funny because you've said that before, and I was like, what about this sounds like Bruno Mars?
it's
I
just I
really
don't
think it's
know.
Uptown Funk. I just think they have like the same beats per minute, and I think they probably play on the radio about the same time. Because when
That's
I
probably
actually
it.
listened to both songs back to back after you said that, because I was like, wait, is it really? And they're not similar. So
I think my brain does that with certain songs. Like I know I like texted you out of the blue the one day. It was like an hype song, and I was like, "This sounds like Kesha," and you're like, "What are you talking about?" My brain like I up on different things and different songs, and I'm like, "No, this definitely sounds like this." So that's my negative review. Just that one song. Everything else is positive so far. I do not have a bias yet. I really because I'm still so new, I'm still, getting to know the members themselves. I did dedicate some time to trying to learn the fan chant, which I have pretty mostly down. We're not quite there yet. Progress. It's progress. Considering how terrible I am with names and just I think remembering things in general, I'm proud of myself for that.
mm, you have a few months until we see them in August.
It's like the middle 3 where I get, like, confused during the chant, but I'll get there. I can do it. But I'm leaning probably more toward Jin. The Jimmy Fallon butt cheek question really makes me laugh. I think that's the funniest thing in the world. Um, so I will ask you 2 that question, and what are your answers? Do you have 1 butt cheek or 2? That is not our rapid fire question. That's just like an on the spot.
I'm
I'm
gonna say two.
curious. 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two, and I'm gonna move us on before this becomes a debate about butt cheeks.
I agree, I agree.
All right, so let's dive into our review of Arirang. So Arirang came out on March 20th, 2026, which was the first day of spring, which is really sweet. It's the first BTS OT7 release since 2022 when they released Proof, which was more of a greatest hits album than like a full release. So their last full original album came out in 2020, so it's been almost 6 years. Even after this hiatus, they still have 25.4 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So BTS still has like a wildly large fan base, and I know that there's been so much discourse online about Arirang, and we just wanted to kind of share our thoughts on this album. So we're going to go over the album in full, go down the track list, and just kind of give some of our thoughts. We'd love to hear some of your thoughts on this, and please keep the conversation going by commenting on our social media at Bias Bites Pod or sending us an email at hello@biasbitespod.com because we want to hear your thoughts. But getting into it, the first track on Arirang is Body to Body. Let's talk about this first track. I definitely thought that this was a super strong opener for the album on a whole. After listening, Arirang, it like leans a little like thirsty. It's definitely like a lot of love songs, and so I think this album, or I think this track did a really good job of setting the vibe for the album. I didn't catch it on the first listen, but the end of this track, I think it's really beautiful. The vocals really shine in a way that is really just like pleasant to listen to. It was a little unexpected, but I thought it was a good first track. What about you, Tracy?
I really liked the opening to it. I thought it was like a heavy hitter to start with as well. I did enjoy it very much. I think I have to like go back and listen to the album again to like take more of it in, but like initial reaction to it was really good. The whole album was really good, but I like that they started it with this.
This one, I can definitely see them as maybe potentially using as the opener for the tour. I mean, they tell you in the song, like, get on your feet. So it's like It's a good hype song to really get the crowd going at the show once the tour starts, I think.
So I will say, I did watch the live last night, um, hence why I'm so sleepy today. But RM talked about using FYA as an opener potentially. So
Hmm.
spoiler alert. But I would think that because it's like the number one, they maybe would go in order too. But that was something that he kind of spitballed. So I don't know for sure, but
I have a feeling if well, it could go either one of two ways with RM because he is like a spoiler king. Either that could just be a spoiler, or because he said that like he wants to open with that, they won't be because they already know what songs are performing. You know
Yeah,
what I
for all
mean?
we
Like
know, the
it's
set list
only
is already
it's set. It's the tour starts in like 3 weeks. They definitely have the set list planned out and like all the staging done and everything like that.
I'm
So
curious. Definitely interested to see what we get when we go.
I think it would be a fun opener. Track two was Hooligan.
I love this. Actually, this was like I think I played this song like 5 times in a row.
Mhm.
I like kept going back to it. I really, 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 really love like the laughing. This was great. This was actually Jungkook's song. He said that like this was something he just really liked the word hooligan. And so it doesn't have any real significance. It was just like he just thought it was like a fun word and
it
he went with
screams Jake.
that. That's so good, like, the laughing, it's, like, so diabolical. It reminded me of the Joker, and I was just like, "I need this in the next Batman movie." I thought it was really fun. It starts off like that kinda creepy laughter, and then it smooths out a lot.
Yeah, I also love the laughing part. I think it's so fun. It, like kind of reminded me of like UGG, like how they're using like a sound as both like a sound and like a part of the song. I feel like the energy feels a little bit more early BTS. They're like, "Oh, we're here. We're BTS. Whatever. Like, take it or leave it." But this was one of my top few tracks on the album for sure because the energy is just so fun. I found myself smiling as this song was playing. So that's when you know it's good
I think for me, this is the one that I thought the rap line went hardest on.
for sure.
This Hooligan was when I sat there and I went, "Ah, yes, there's BTS. There they are."
I noticed for the album in general, like the first probably half of the album is definitely more rap line heavy, and then the second half of the album feels more vocal line heavy. In
100%.
BTS fashion, though, like they all shine on every track. Like that's always been one of my favorite things about BTS is that like all of their voices are so different, but they come together so well. I love the order of the songs and how they end up flowing, like from the more rap heavy songs to more of like melodic BTS vocal line songs. So after Hooligan, track three is Aliens. Loved to hear the rap line really get to like shine. They had a lot more space here. Yoongi's part of the track at the beginning, it made me like really just like happy to hear. This was a standout for me.
This was the one that I, like, head bobbed to the most. It was, like, the one where the body was grooving to, like, the beat of the song and the rap lines rapping as it went along the most.
And track four, when I saw the track list, I thought this was FYA. I saw Army Online trying to figure out what it stood for. It's not an acronym. It's FIRE, like fire.
Oh, no, but then my brain goes to fire. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head.
But this is fire. I don't know if you guys know the song. I couldn't find it. Like I tried looking. It is definitely the TikTok song. A lot of idols did dances to it, but it's like dance like a pop star, party like a rock star, like a star. I don't know if you know the song I'm talking about, but
It
it
sounds
the
familiar, like, I've seen the TikTok, like, dance challenges of it.
I didn't have enough information to like put it to a song, but it has such a similar beat that that's what this reminded me of. But it is it's a fun song.
I enjoyed it. I so coming back to the live, RM also talked about this. He said he named it this because when they were working in like in the US, they kept hearing people say like, "Oh, that's fire, that's fire." And like so but that's like how he like pronounces it, I guess.
I
Or
got
like,
you.
you know, like other idols like pronounce it. So that's just it.
That is like just like a funny slang term. I know they were on the West Coast too. I'm sure it's more commonly used like in California. I also love the Britney Spears reference.
I did not
And that
catch
was
that.
you guys got it.
Oh no, I didn't.
No, I think it went
Oh,
over my head.
it's like Britney hit me baby one more time or oops, I did it again. I can't remember, but like they very much mention Britney Spears. Hold on, I'm pulling up the lyrics.
Oh my god, I'm so ashamed that that went over my head.
To be fair, this was like for me it was a midnight release and I listened to it and was tired, but I totally did not catch that either.
Yeah. Club go crazy like Britney baby. Hit me with it one more time.
Uh,
I picked it up immediately,
I'm so
so I
ashamed that
was
went
like,
over my head.
"Oh my god, are they talking about Britney Spears?" That was like my
I guess
pinnacle pop.
congratulations to Britney Spears for joining the ranks of all of the celebrities that BTS has mentioned in a song.
It's funny. That made me
I
happy.
love
I love
that.
that part.
I always love when there's like another artist like referenced in something unrelated entirely.
It's fun, right? It just is like a cultural mention. I love Britney. So after Faya, it was 2.0. A little bit more of like a low-key song, but the rap line was still pretty present in this one. Megan, did you have any thoughts on this one?
The repetitive use of all of the words in like the pre-chorus and the chorus is definitely something that will be stuck in my head the more I listen to this.
Yeah, the pop pop pop. This one it was like kind of stuck in my head for a little bit after.
I feel like it was a transition track a little bit, just with what comes before and after it, but it's a like a fun listen. And so the next track, Megan, you were saying it's a bell.
Yeah, it's a bell.
It's their Divine Bell of King Seongdok. It's like one of Korea's like national treasures or like the national treasure.
It's the number 29th national treasure, which is why the name of the track is number 29.
That tracks.
That makes sense.
It's really cool. It's like such an honor. It's like BTS gets to use like this national treasure on their album.
I know they had mentioned that how like a lot of other K-pop groups are like of mixed nationalities and theirs is like one of the handful that are just like 100% Korean and this was like something that they felt they could give back with.
I think BTS's cultural impact, like for Korea, is just it's like insane. It's really like just something I don't think many artists are able to reach. I saw that somebody mentioned like it rings out just for as long as it took for the sound to die, like naturally. I just think it's such a cool nod to their culture, just a really awesome thing for them to put on the album as a respectful gesture.
I agree. I thought it was incredibly tasteful. Like when I found out what it was, I thought it was like just random, like just pocket noise that just got recorded and they just left in there to troll people with, just like a silly thing. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, wow, that's actually really sweet. It's not in your face. It's very just like, you know what it is if you know what it is. And if you don't, you know,
Yeah.
it's a cool thing to learn. It's a fun fact.
It was also really cool to hear RM talk about number 29 as a track because originally it was supposed to be like a BTS skit track like they've had on albums past. And after listening to it, he decided that he just liked the meditative nature of the bell toll. And that's why they decided to just leave it like it was.
I love that.
I do also want to add, though, I think the placement of this within the album, it's a great way to break up and transition it from the heavier songs into what it turns into. The rest of the album isn't like, I think it's not as strong, like not in a bad way, but like,
Yeah,
how do
I
I word
liked
this?
having that like brief moment of meditative silence. So my brain could process the like really rap heavy BTS songs from the first half of the album and kind of like shift and reset to get ready for what came next.
Yes, exactly that. Like you transition into Swim after this, and then it's like, it's not like you're jumping from one crazy high to like a more low-key song. It's just easy.
Yeah, because the next track on the album is the title track. It's like track number 7, which again, I love how just like consistent in messaging BTS is. You know, this album came out on the first day of spring. The title track is track 7. BTS loves to nod to just the group and their past. So, Swim, they released the music video for the same time they released the album.
I was losing my mind, and I know I was gonna spam you guys, and I held back. I was like, are you kidding me? My jaw fell off of my entire head. I had to like sweep it up off the floor. I was like, I know I freaked out in work this morning. I was like, how did they tap Lily Reinhart? How does she work on so many projects and nobody knew about this? How did you keep it a secret, girl? And then that stupid smug smirk at the end, I wanted to just like grab her by the shoulders and be like, how did you do this? How did they do this? Incredible.
Magic of BTS.
This,
Everybody wants to work with them
but
because
like,
everybody is a BTS fan.
but this is crazy. Like, she was the only female in the video. You're doing this like over the course of however many weeks or months. You're also doing promos for another movie that like is coming out, and not a single peep about this has been leaked. Just the secrecy is astounding because that doesn't happen in Hollywood. Are you kidding? So like this is crazy. But this song, it was just also so good. It was, I think, my favorite off of the entire album.
It actually took me a couple of listens to get behind. I watched the music video this morning, and the music video was gorgeous. The costuming and the nautical theming and that boat, that was a very, very pretty boat that they were on. And it was such a gorgeous music video. And I think I was so overwhelmed this morning by the fact that BTS is back. Here we go. It's been so long since we've seen them. I was trying to pay so much attention to everything that was happening on the screen that like it finished, and at first I was like, I don't know if I actually like this. It took me until I actually sat down with headphones in to listen to the full album and appreciating where Swim fits in within all 14 tracks to really be like, okay, yeah, I do vibe with this.
I had a similar thing happen. Like, I think Swim just wasn't what I was expecting with all of the imagery and kind of like mention of Arirang and the animated trailer that they put out a couple days ago. Was not expecting a full English track.
No, same here. 100% when it started and it was full English, I was like, they really went full English on their title track.
Yeah, and so it just wasn't what I was expecting, and I think I was thrown by it, both that and seeing Lily Reinhart on the music video.
There
Um,
was so much. It was so much happening at once.
it was like my third listen to it. I was like, "Oh no, I actually love this song." I really feel like it's just a pure like love song. I love when love songs feel so devoted, like, oh, like I could watch you for lifetime. I really ended up enjoying the song.
I thought it was great. I did also, I don't know if any of you are Backstreet Boys fans. If
Yes.
you remember the video for the song Chances.
No.
Oh, so it took place in like a train station, but it has like that ballet aspect. And I was like, my brain in its like, weird associations jumped to that. I was just like, oh, this is like Backstreet Boys Chances, but on like a tiny Titanic without like the romantic, tie in. And I thought that was fun for me. It made me like it that much more.
Maybe different than what we were expecting, but I still think it is like a great song. Without expectations, I think this would have been received a lot better.
I don't know. Swim kind of gave me for maybe a brief second until I probably listened to it another 2 times. Um like Ed Sheeran vibes, just very melodic, and I don't know, it just like it sort of screamed Ed Sheeran to me.
For Swim,
Yeah.
I'm curious if you have a specific song that you think it sounded like, definitely let me know and I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll see if I can pinpoint like what like Ed Sheeran vibes it was giving me.
It's interesting. And listeners at home, if you have anything that reminds you of this song, let us know. We want to know if anyone else is making like the same jumps to other artists or think that maybe there is some influence by other artists that we're not thinking of.
Mhm. Yeah, but this song is definitely going on my like summertime windows down driving home in the dark playlist to blast on like
100%.
the empty highway.
Oh my god, you're reading my mind right now. Especially, like,
It's
on, like, a
this,
rainy
it's
summer day. Yes.
yep.
So
It's like
good.
it's this. It's In the Dark that Stray Kids did with DJ Snake. Like all of those type of songs are going on their own like summertime, nighttime drive. I am the lead in a drama who had her heart broken type of like
It is like a summer song for sure.
yeah, 100%.
After the title track, track 8, we go to Merry-Go-Round. Megan, did you have any notes about this track?
Second favorite song on the whole album. My vocal boys, their vocals, their harmonies, just everything vocally on this song tickled my soul. I really, really loved the very soft vocals that this one had, and they just sounded so good. It was so nice to really get to like be immersed in all of their vocals again.
I totally agree. Think that this was just, it's definitely like more of a slower pace song, but I think that it really gave like the vocal line a chance to shine. It's one of those songs that is like puts you in a good mood to listen to.
Mhm.
I got the opposite effect. I don't maybe it's upbeat, but the lyrics are kinda, like, sad. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm looking too deep into it, but I was just like, "Oh, no."
it's not Dynamite.
Oh, no.
Thank God.
It's
Thank God.
not a permission to dance.
No, no, no. No, definitely not a permission to dance, but the vocals themselves, the softness and everything is what I really, really love.
Yeah, it brings back the like BTS sound that I love. It sounds like them and it's so pretty. I don't know another word I think to describe it. It is, you're right, Tracy, though, like the lyrics aren't happy necessarily, but like it makes me happy to listen to BTS.
Are you guys okay?
No, I love me a sad song.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too.
Give me an angsty sad song. That is my wheelhouse.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed it. I just was like, it makes me feel bad for them. I'm like, uh I always say, like, I could never do, like, the whole celebrity thing, and so I'm like it just that kind of furthers it. I'm like, it's just I can't imagine how hard even though, you look at them and you're like, "Oh, they have everything." It's like how difficult their lives actually must be, you know?
Yeah.
Those expectations, it's like you're now a literal global pop group, so it's like, "Whoa,
I think that
it's a
ties
lot."
really nicely into the next song too,
I am
which
so
was
excited to talk about this one. It's my favorite on
Normal.
the whole album.
This is my top track too. Yeah, my very top track.
Guys, this is the track that has the little E. This is the explicit track on the
Yeah,
album.
that is true.
Like, everybody clutch your pearls. They're giving us explicit.
Sometimes you need that, though.
I went listening to it, like, took a minute, instantly looked up the lyrics, and I said, "Oh, yes, this song to me, it just, like, screams them talking about their life as idols."
Right.
I was like, "This is the song. This is the song that they're telling us, this is what it feels like to be an idol." Like, the line that really stuck out to me is, "Show me hate, show me love, make me bulletproof."
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's like, you have your fans that love you, you have others that hate you and wanna tear you down, and in the life of being an idol, and this goes for all of the idols out there, not just BTS, it's like you have to really have a thick skin
Yeah, for
to
sure.
make it as an idol. And the lyrics of this just really, really resonated with me, especially now, all of these years into their career and how far they've come and how they've grown up in the spotlight and they've matured and this is a new sound for them and it's like they're like, "Hey, like we're ready to talk about this." And they did with this song and oh my god, it blew me away.
That's how I felt too. I just like out of all the songs on the album, like this feels personal. Like it feels like a song written by BTS, not a song written for BTS. Like this
Oh,
is
yes.
their story. It's talking about their experience because, like, what they've experienced isn't normal. Their lives and their growth has been insane. It's been like tremendous. And I'm sure it's a crazy double-edged sword for them. And so I'm really glad that they were able to put out a track kind of like sharing that feeling of it's not all great all the time. Like this is also hard. It just feels so from the heart that I really loved.
Yeah, this is the song that I will probably be playing the most off the album.
100%.
I really loved it. I think it's really wonderful when an artist gets to express themselves genuinely. Like I think it's a beautiful thing, and I think a lot of the whole K-pop industry is exactly like the line fantasy and fame. It's like you don't get to see their darker side of things often, and then when you do, it seems like it's too late sometimes by the time that
Usually
comes
you
up.
see a very perfectly curated, what they
Yes.
want you to see type of persona.
For me as like as a newbie to K-pop, coming from like the Western culture and like specifically like, rock and metal genres, it's most of those groups and artists are outwardly imperfect, and to see K-pop being this like neatly boxed up shiny happy thing, it's like it's weird. So this is like a very familiar, comfortable song for me, I think, to listen
Mhm.
to from that perspective.
Yeah, I'm just over the moon that this was a release track. I always love BTS, but like hearing this especially just made me be like, oh my gosh, yes, I love BTS.
And they said that there were so many songs that were like written and scrapped before they decided on this, that a lot of them were very like outward in their live about like, I really was against this. I really didn't like this. We threw out this idea. And so to land with what they have, I think it turned out great. I'm excited for this to be my first BTS album in real time.
Yeah, I'm like curious to hear your opinion on it, like maybe a couple months down the line and see where you're at. As someone who has been into BTS, has like deep dived into them, I love to see tracks like this still coming out, even at their like level of fame. Like you mentioned, it's not all perfectly wrapped up in a bow. Like I think BTS got a lot of fans by showing some of the harder parts of their story. You know, they didn't shoot up to fame immediately. They had a hard time. They shared that with fans, and it really has like grown the connection, I think, between BTS and ARMY. So it's nice to see them still showing some of the rougher parts of their time with us.
I'm here for it.
Like Animals is track 10, the next track after Normal. This is like a slower pace song, but the vocals really stood out.
Yes. I like the lyrics again for me, or really what
The lyrics are really good for this one.
God. The final one, There's Beauty Outside Control, that took me. I said, "Okay, I love this."
I have listened through a couple times and I'm not quite sure like my interpretation of it fully. So I want to read the lyrics. Sometimes it tells a little bit more of a story when you know exactly what everything was intended to say.
I think so. They did mention in their live last night, like, a couple of songs, you could interpret them a variety of different ways. Like, I know they even coming back to Swim for just a second, they said a lot of people might interpret it as, like, a romance song or, like, a love story,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of,
The
like, highlighting their overcoming their daily sink or swim type of,
Mhm.
life challenges and not, like,
Yeah,
as
this
a whole.
Like Animals is one of the ones that the internet really went, "Oh, love song."
But, like, it's definitely not.
Yeah, no, but this is the one I'm seeing people talk about the most online, like, that saying that they're, that BTS is a little bit thirsty in lyrics. I'm like, "Y'all gotta stop looking surface level and dig a little deeper, please."
But, like, that's the beauty of music, though. It kind of, like I guess and that's where people get divided too. It's
Mhm.
how reflective are you as a person in your music tastes and what you're taking away from it versus, like, why does this resonate with you? Or what about the song did you actually like? Was it just the craftsmanship or was it the artistry? I think it's a difference.
Sometimes I think like the being able to have different meanings though is intentional. Like we know from past songs that RM has written, and I know he has a writing credit on every one of these tracks, that like he loves to have things have multiple meanings. Like he
Oh
loves
yeah.
for things to not just be one dimensional. So like if
Mhm.
somebody takes it as a love song, I don't necessarily think that's like a wrong take. I just think it's like one dimension of the multi-dimensional song that I think was probably intended.
I think it's definitely not a wrong take. I actually applaud the people that are able to take a sad song that the lyrics are inherently sad and not perceive it that way. I also think it's really cool that, music should never ever be one dimensional ever.
Right, when it's like maybe it's a sad and depressing song, but like if you're just listening to the beat and you're vibing, this definitely could be like a club song. Track 11 off of Arirang is They Don't Know About Us. I love that it's all in lowercase. They didn't capitalize anything for this track name. I love this song. I love the intro and the outro. It feels like such a BTS song. I love the ad libs. Hobie has a line where it says, "When you said we've changed, we feel the same." And that really stuck with me. I think it helped to like put some of their growth into perspective. They're the same people who wrote like Boy in Love, War of Hormone, Black Swan. They're the same artists. They've just grown up. This song is really speaking to people's perception changing of them. And I don't know, as someone who like is in their same age range, right? I was born in 93, so I'm on like the higher end of the BTS age range. They started being artists when they were in their early 20s, teens, and now they're all like in their late 20s, early 30s. And you change so much, you grow so much in the past 10 years or whatever. I really like that they put out a track letting people know we're not different. Like we're still the same people.
I liked the intro and the outro with like the old-timey, like kind of like muffled hippie record. I thought that was fun. It was like a kind of haunting, but like I enjoyed that.
Megan, did you like the song? What did you think?
I mean, I think I agree with all of the points you guys have made about the song. It was another really, really good song. The entire second half of this album is what really stood out to me the most. I love getting to just sit there with the headphones in and just lose myself in really, really, really good vocals. And they knocked the vocals on this album out of the park. Just in the same way at the beginning that the rap line killed it, the vocal line came through in the second half of the album, and it just, like, was pleasing to the soul to listen to.
For sure. I feel like this song, especially, it holds a really good place in the album. And like each track, I feel like really hit at the right time.
I second that. They really did a great job with like the placement of everything.
Track 12 is One More Night. What were you guys' thoughts on this song?
It didn't stick to my brain yet. I want to go back through and listen to the whole album with actual headphones because I just had it on my phone. So second round, I'm curious how I'll feel about this one.
I can't wait to do another, like, listen to the album. The chorus of this was one that, like, is another one that could get stuck in my head because it's a lot of repetitive words.
It's like very vibey, almost like a club lounge type track, or like I could hear this like I don't, you go to the cool bar in the city, like I could hear this is one of the songs being played. It was a
Yeah.
fun addition, and I feel like it rounded out the album well. After this track was 13, Please. I love this song. I think RM sounds so good on this track. I love the blend of all of their vocal tones. It really highlights all their different sounds. There's a sample on this track that reminded me of Home from Map of the Soul Persona. It's like a woman like singing that was sampled. And what were your guys' thoughts on Please?
I enjoyed the the melody of it, the lyrics. I clutched my pearls. I said, "Okay, you're a grown man."
I mean, yeah, looking at the lyrics and when the pre-chorus goes, "You want me just all day, all night, hold me from the front, back, left, and right," I went, "RM, sir?"
What got me was the intro when I heard, "If you wanna, I'll do the thing for you," and I went, what?"
JK, sir?
It's a good love song, okay?
I'm not a love song person, so I was like, hold on." What?
It's another one of the songs that the internet is like, oh yeah, BTS is definitely mature now.
This is the song between like Body to Body and this song. I was like, oh, we're like adults, I get it for sure. I loved it. I like Please. Okay, and then the last track on this album, track 14 from Arirang, was Into the Sun.
I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3 on this. If we could all 1, 2, 3 at the same time, bop or drop, because I'm curious.
I am in the middle. I'm gonna be so real.
Ugh.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll end up growing on me. You guys bop or drop.
Megan, 3, 2, 1, drop. Okay.
It's the like really scratchy auto tune, I guess, like
Okay.
distortionary beginning that tickles my brain, but not in the way I want it to tickle my brain. Not in a "Ooh, this scratch is so nice, it pleases something in my brain." This was more, oh no, nails on a chalkboard. Why are we doing like auto tune distortion? Why are we not just harmonizing
Thank
your
you.
beautiful, beautiful voices without like anything to it?
So
So
I
it took me out of the song from the very beginning with that. It scratched my brain weird, and my brain was like, we don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, same. Like, I had to force myself through it just to say I listened to it. I did enjoy the very ending because it ended on a better note, literally. That the high pitch, like, it's not even just that it was squeaky, it was pitchy in my ears.
So I listened again and I am trying to pinpoint whether I think it's auto tune or if they're using a talk box. I can't figure it out.
Oh, I think it's a talk box. I saw something come across on Instagram. I think one of the producers or writers or somebody who was involved with this track was talking about how V just took like a talk box or something and like went to town with it, and that's kind of how the song came to
Okay.
be.
So it makes more sense. Like, because I know, like, the talk box, like, that's just what it does, right? It's not actually singing. It's like taking your voice and putting it through the keyboard and whatever. I think if they had just like lowered the pitch down so it wasn't so high pitched, it would have been like more pleasant to listen to. This is unfortunately my least favorite track, but I'm kind of sad about it because the other sections where they're not doing like the auto-tune talk box effect, I like. So
I loved it without that. I'm like, if
someone in my group chat mentioned that like their take on this album was that this was an experimental album for BTS. And I think
Oh,
that maybe
100%.
right. I think that maybe they took the last track, Into the Sun, they figured they could take a chance and just kind of see how it, I don't know, how it gets received. If they do it live with a talk box, I think that would be awesome, actually. I think just listening to it in headphones is uncomfortable, but like we put it on in the car on the way home today, and you don't hear that high pitched voice just on speakers. It really is like uniquely when it's right in your ear. So,
I'm curious because, like, I did listen to it on my phone. My phone has a great, like, sound system built into it. So for me, it was incredibly uncomfortable to hear. It just was like it made my skin kind of crawl, to be fully honest.
maybe it's
So
better on bad speakers.
maybe I'll try it with my actual Bluetooth speaker and see if it, or even on my TV, if I can get it to not have as unpleasant of an effect. But the entire song was not horrendous. Like, I will agree with you.
Well, that was our review of Arirang track by track. Does anyone have any like closing thoughts on the album as a whole?
I, as again, as a brand new army recruit, um, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I am pleased, very pleased that this was my first in real time BTS album. I think this is the first BTS album that I have listened to in its entirety. And I think actually watching the live alongside it helped. It helped me to kind of understand it a bit better, to kind of understand them and their thought process, which always helps me, I think, process music a bit better. I am happy with it. I am stoked that we're going to go see them. I feel very privileged being so new to to them as a group and to K-pop as a whole, I feel incredibly privileged to be able to go see them live with you guys, two of my best friends. So thank you guys for
Dragging
pushing
you with
me.
us.
Pushing me, guiding me toward new horizons. I am grateful.
I can't wait. I really enjoyed this album. I know, like, I've seen some mixed reviews online, but I think, like, while it's definitely a new sound for BTS, I don't feel like it sounds completely unfamiliar. BTS is an artist that has always evolved, and I feel like Arirang is a natural continuation of their growth. I feel like there's still a lot of like classic BTS elements kind of like woven through the album with enough new sounds that keep it interesting. I'm just so happy to have BTS back, to be honest. Like, I'm so glad they're back, and I'm excited for the upcoming tour. I'm excited to see what next they release, and it just makes me happy.
I think this album was great. It's a new sound. It's definitely experimental. I mean, they told us flat out that they were going in a new direction and trying new things and really showcasing how they've grown and changed and have come into their own, especially post military service. And I think they delivered on that. You still get the bits and lyrics and things that jump out and grab you, and it's like, yes, that's definitely totally classic BTS. But at the same time, like, they literally did show you how much they changed and evolved and played around with sound and lyrics and everything in this album. And yeah, like you said, Morgan, I've seen online too that this album is very divisive amongst the fan base, but I think it's good. It's definitely different. It's definitely a new style and direction for them, but I think they really hit it out of the park with it.
All right, we are going to get then into our rapid fire. For our rapid fire today, we are doing a BTS Mad Lib style story.
I love
Our
this so much.
rules are going to be that, like, no, you can't think about it. It just has to be the first word that pops into your head. We'll take turns. We'll do Megan, Tracy, and then I'll go. I have the story separately, so even I'm going to like be a bit surprised because I don't remember where things go. So we'll fill this out and then we'll read the stories. Megan, if you want to start with a time, anytime.
Like time of day or
Yeah,
like
it's like
literal
time
time?
of day.
Okay, because my brain was like, do you want like 7:42 p.m. or do you want
7:42 p.m. Okay, Tracy, our location.
Ooh.
First,
Wait, like an
think of-
address or like a place?
like a place. You guys are overthinking this. Rapid fire, no thinking.
It's so long since I've done a Mad Lib.
Hot
A
dog.
place.
Petritas hot dogs.
I don't know how to spell that. Hot dog stand. Okay. Pies. Object.
Pencil.
Tracy, an app.
Skyscanner,
Oh, heck is Skyscanner?
where we're booking our flights for KCON.
Okay, a weird object.
That's you.
Toilet perfume. The first thing I looked at. Megan,
That's
a
so
strange sound.
Booga booga.
I don't know if that's how this is spelled, but we got it. Booga. Tracy, an abstract concept.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, just
I'm
to-
Googling. Hold on. Ooh, growth.
Okay, a vehicle. I'm gonna do jet ski. Megan, a food. Any food.
A pizza.
Oh, I didn't hear you say.
I didn't hear you either.
Oh,
Tracy, a
Hello,
random
is this thing on?
object.
Kazoo.
that is random.
Verb. Skip.
It's a thing you do.
Megan, an unhinged item.
Your butcher's knife.
Oh my god. Tracy, a song title.
I thought you were gonna say Into the Unknown.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
What is Into the Sunset?
I don't know. Into the sun. Sorry.
You don't know Into the Unknown?
No.
That's
Also,
the song from Frozen 2.
I didn't think I've seen Frozen 2.
I mean, neither have I, but the song was everywhere. Oh, no, not JY Poppy. No, not JY
Clear.
Poppy.
Right, he has a clear
yes.
No,
Yes.
no.
Okay, Megan, a verb ending in an ing. Cry.
Crying.
Tracy, a number.
47. 47.
Amount of time.
500.
No. Megan, a random object.
Cardboard box.
Okay. Okay, so we filled out all of our options, and now I have to read the story. So this is BTS and ARMY Mad Libs. So it all started at exactly 7:42 p.m. when BTS dropped a notification that simply said, "Meet us at the hot dog stand." Bring pies. Don't ask questions. Within seconds, ARMY collectively screamed, threw their pencil across the room, and opened Skyscanner while emotionally spiraling. When everyone arrived, the stage was just a giant Twilight perfume bottle, and the intro music sounded like Ooga Booga. RM appeared first, drastically whispering, "This album represents growth," before being interrupted by Jin riding in on a jet ski while eating pizza. Suga was already on stage, somehow producing 3 tracks live using only a kazoo, while J-Hope was leading a choreo moment that required everyone to skip aggressively.
I'm obsessed with this.
Things escalated quickly when Jimin made intense eye contact with a fan holding a butcher's knife, causing half the crowd to faint. V then switched the vibe completely by performing a jazz remix of Into the Sun while wearing JYP's clear pants.
Oh, yes.
And Jungkook ended up crying mid-performance like it was part of the set list. By the end
I mean, it
of the
probably was.
By the end of the night, ARMY had lost their voices, their sanity, and at least 47 personal belongings. As everyone left, a final message appeared on the screen. Next comeback drops in 7 minutes. Be
My-
ready and maybe bring a cardboard box.
That is how this whole month feels with releases being announced.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our BTS Arirang episode. Thanks for listening. If you could let us know your favorite track off of this album, hit us up on social media. You can find us on TikTok or Instagram at Bias Bites Pod.
Send in your ideas for future episodes or segments by shooting us an email at hello@biasbitespod.com.
If you're listening on YouTube, please like and subscribe for good luck. Thanks for listening. This has been
Bias
Bias
Bites.
Bites.